Okay, Mr. Wade, welcome to the Business Advice Toolkit interview. Everyone, today we're going to be interviewing Mr. Ricky Wade, I'm actually going to let you introduce yourself, Mr. Wade. I would like you to introduce yourself to our audience and provide an overview of what your career is now.
So, Joel, first of all, thank you for taking the leadership role that you're taking, because there is so many bright future leaders in the business arena. And I know you're going to be one of them. And I know you're trying to influence what the landscape looks like in the future. And so anybody listening, just stick with Joel, because Joel's very persistent when he wants something. And that's what I liked about you. So anyway, let's talk about me for a second here. I own 28 McDonald's restaurants. We do business in Palm Beach County, Martin County, and St. Lucie County. We have restaurants geographically from Boca Raton to Fort Pierce, and we go inland west into Wellington. I have 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son. They all went to college, and my eldest daughter is a housewife and nibbles in our business in a bit. My middle daughter went to law school, went to UM, and is now working on becoming a next generation franchisee in our business, which is a beautiful thing because we'll keep the legacy going. And my son has a master's in finance and getting his master's done in real estate, and he would like to open up an equity group. And he has had his mind on this from when he was possibly 8. It'd be good to have him in my business and have him be the main principal of Wade Capital. So we don't know what tomorrow brings, but he's very persistent like you, Joel. And when he wants it, he goes after it just like you, Joel. So that's a beautiful thing. And we love doing business in our communities. And one of the things that we take pride in is, as much as we gain from the community, we give back as much. And I tell people all the time, if you want to know what we do in the community, just Google Ricky Wade, and you will see, because I think that we don't do it for notoriety. We do it because it's the right thing to do. Anybody that's in business will clearly understand their role. If they want to be successful, they have to be active and involved in the community, because the community is what's going to shape the employees, the management, and the leaders of tomorrow.
Right. That's amazing, Mr. Wade. And truly, you really are an inspiration to our youth. You mentioned a lot of things about community, right? Community involvement seems to be a very significant part of your life. I was wondering if you could explain that driving force behind your commitment to giving back to your community. And
when I was younger, when I was in my teens, I had some very selfish tendencies. And my mom always said to me, she goes, Ricky, the day you learn to give, and give from your heart, and not give for recognition, that's the day you will truly become successful. She told me, she goes, you got the smarts, you have the drive, but part of being in business is learning how to navigate in your community and give and help others to prosper. And so I take pride in trying to be a role model. I take pride in trying to make young minority kids see somebody that looks like them, that's in business and doing well or being successful, because I think that helps shape what a lot of these kids' aspirations are for tomorrow. And anything that I can do to influence, I do. So I'm the chair of the Urban League of Palm Beach County. I have been the chair for the past 2 years. And the Urban League tries to create equality for all. I am the chair of the Palm Beach State College Foundation, which our primary purpose is to get scholarships for underserved minority youth that want to seek higher education. I am the VP for Ronald McDonald's Children's Charities, to make sure we can provide a home for people with sick children that don't have the money. So anything that we can do to support and aid there, I think is important. You know, I'm on the board of Rick Bradshaw's foundation board. I think that's important to me because, you know, a lot of times we always point fingers at the justice system. I've always said, what can I do to influence how the justice system treats some of the youth, especially the minority youth of today? And I have a lot of respect for the sheriff's office. I do. And I enjoy it. I've been doing it for years. And I'm a part of the ARCS board. And that's with kids of disabilities. I just enjoy doing the right thing. I'm on Good Samaritan's board. That's Good Samaritan Hospital. Because, you know, some people say, what would a McDonald's franchisee get from being on the board of Good Samaritan? Well, it's good to understand healthcare. It's good to understand how we can influence the lower income folks that don't have the means, and healthcare being such an important part of everyone's life. So, and I'm on many other boards. I could sit here and tell you, I think I'm on 14 boards, but it's not how many boards you're on, it's how much influence and impact that you have on your community.
Right. Mr. Wade, that's amazing. I actually have friends that are in the Urban League, and they've told me about the impact that you're making on them and the community. So I really look up to you in that sense. I think that's amazing. I wanted to let you know that many young individuals today are looking for guidance when it comes to choosing their career paths. I was wondering, what advice would you give to someone who is exploring entrepreneurship like you and community involvement as potential career choices?
So I say this. Not every shoe is going to fit everyone's foot. And I think that first, the youth of today need to explore, because it's not what you know or who you know, it's who knows you, and get to meet people, and anything they may have an interest in, just pull it down to 3 things and try to find individuals that are in that skill set or in that arena from a business perspective. Try to get to know them. Try to walk in their footprints. Try to understand what they do, because you have to do what you enjoy doing. You can't just do something for the money. Do it for the passion you have for it, and do it because it's something that you will enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to give it 150%. But if you enjoy it, you have a passion for it, you'll give it 200%. And, you know, this world, society, you know, they need everybody. You know, I give the uttermost respect to my garbage people, my man, that come and pick up my garbage. Why? Because they're servicing me and my family. If a piece of paper drops out, they pick it up because we have that respect. I respect everyone because we need everybody. But you got to do what makes you happy, and you have to do what you have a strong interest in, and you have to do what you think you'll have an impact in life.
Amazing, Mr. Wade. I think I speak for all students when I say this. I find myself, questioning what I personally want to do, because I definitely want to be doing something where I feel like I'm making a change. That's why I joined FBLA, right? FBLA is designed to aspire the next generation of business professionals. So I'm trying to figure out a way where I can balance the education part and the, career part. So I was wondering what your thoughts on education and how it plays a role in one's career. How did your educational background influence your path as a business leader?
Yes, and I'll tell you this, that higher education to me is very, very important, okay? Because if you're not educated, you will not be able to tap into the highest level of your skill set. Education allows you to find different resources. Education exposes you to resources. Education presents people in front of you and helps you create a network of influencers. Why? Because you're educated. When you're educated, you make smart, constructive, progressive decisions. when you're not educated, sometimes you may make some decisions that may come back to haunt you. So you've heard the term due diligence.
Yes.
Any business person in the world, anybody in life, you need to do all of your due diligence if you're going to explore a path for your future. When you do your due diligence, you may say to yourself, well, this is something I like, or this is something that I don't like. You know, my daughter went down the path for law, and I thought she had the greatest skill set for it, but she did not like it. To my astonishment, she enjoys working in our business, and she is being the entrepreneur she needs to be, and she is working towards becoming a next generation franchisee. She's now a candidate, so she wants to be approved because she wants to continue the family legacy. So she opened a new store in Delray. We call it Delray West because it's right off of Atlantic, off the turnpike, like a mile in on the north side of Atlantic Avenue. And she took so much pride in that restaurant when she was opening it. I made her name it, the entity, because, we awarded her a significant percentage of the business. That way it will help give her a springboard when she gets approved. And you know what she named it? She named it Dash Legacy Inc. I said to her, Devin Ashley, why do you name it Dash Legacy Inc? She goes, Daddy, I'm Devin Ashley, so that's Dash. And legacy is, I want to continue the legacy that you and my mom started. It actually put tears in my eyes. But she has a purpose. She has a purpose, and she wants to have an impact on where she carries the business that we started. And that is a beautiful thing. Okay. And, so I tell youngsters today, and I'll tell you this, Joe, go after what you want. Be persistent. Do all of your research. Spend some time in it. Do not be afraid to do what your generation, whether it's the millennials, Gen Z, or Gen Alpha, they have this social media stigma that picking up trash, working in a restaurant may not be a beautiful thing. People have to eat. So in my case, I pick up trash in my parking lot all the time. I pick up trash in the lobby. If I go in the restroom, I'll pick it up. If the toilet's dirty, I'll go and clean it. Because I'm not afraid to. Because when the customers see me doing it and my staff see me doing it, they say, wow, Mr. Wade is willing to do it too. And that's what a leader does. A leader should know everything. When you look at a pilot, what you all don't see, you don't see the pilot flying the plane. You don't see when the pilot walked around the plane before you leave to taxi out, checking every component of the aircraft, make sure there's enough air in the tires, making sure that everything is working the way it's supposed to be working. Nothing is broken. You don't see that because you're sitting in the plane. All you do is sit the pilots in the cockpit. But they have to understand every part of that aircraft in order to captain it or co-captain it. So I say to you, stay focused, stay disciplined, and you all will end up being lucky. Because we all need luck. We all need to be in the right place at the right time.
Honestly, Mr. Wade, that's amazing. Really strong advice to the youth, to the future business leaders. What you said about what really interests me, what you said is knowing everything. As a leader, you should really be there for whoever's on your team, right? You have to show them that you are there to help, to lead, to make that business as successful as possible while keeping everyone happy.
I send out a quote every morning to every restaurant, management teams in my company. You know what today's quote said?
No.
Great leaders go out of their way to support their staff. And it shows the leader bending down to lift the staff member up. because just like you, Joel, you are very fortunate, as you said, to have a family that supports you. You have a high school that supports your quest. You have an organization that supports your purpose. We cannot go anywhere in life without support. Ricky Wade needs support. I may need support from you one day, Joe. Okay? And you never know. And that's why I've always said, never burn a bridge. Capitalize on everyone you meet, because everyone you meet in life, you meet them for a reason. Tonight, we're connecting for a reason. I would not, you asked me about this interview. I first told you 8 o'clock because I did not want to not deliver on your request. Then I moved it to 8:45. But to me, it was important to meet your expectations, because if I can influence you, if I can influence any of the folks in your organization, then I've done my good deed. Okay, because the more good deeds we do, the more it comes back to us in the long term. And I'll tell you, Joel, and if you want, I'll give you a little tip. If you want to bring a group from your organization, since you're so close to me, and spend a half a day with me and my organization, meet my leadership team, meet my VPs, go in the restaurant, get a tour behind the counter, make a Big Mac, make your part of your group, videotape you doing it and stuff like that, and share it with your school, share with your friends, put it on your resume, because we're going to help you as you pursue your college and your next steps. You can't go wrong. You can only reap the benefits of the seeds that you sow.
Wow. Just wow, Mr. Wade. Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm honored to just be talking to you like this. You are truly amazing.
I'm interviewed by you, Joe. Okay?
Thank you.
Because it's young men like yourself that impresses me. Why? You could be on a video game, you could be watching football, you could be doing social media stuff, and you are here interviewing me for your organization, the future business leaders. That to me means a lot to me. And I want to, I wish I could give my business card in person, but you have my cell phone number, and we are now connected for life. For life. Okay? And I mean that.
Thank you, Mr. Wade.
When it comes time for your resume, for when you're applying to college, I'll be more than willing to write a letter of recommendation for you based on what you have done for your organization in my eyes. I want you to meet my daughter.
Of course.
Okay. Let me see, because I think, Devin Ashley, I'd love for you to come and meet Joel, please. Okay? That's all right. Just come. I just want you to meet her. I just want to show your face, okay? Because this young lady, you met my son earlier.
Right.
This young, my middle daughter, and she's the future of our company, okay? And I look forward to it. Devin Ashley, come and say hi to Joel. Devin Ashley went to American Heritage, okay?
Hi, Joel. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, like Mr. Wade said, my name is Joel. I currently go to Suncoast High School in Riviera.
Nice.
I'm a junior. So, and I'm part of this amazing organization called FBLA, if you've heard of it, the Future Business Leaders of America.
Very nice. Do you know Valerie Newcomer?
Yes.
You know her?
I had Miss Newcomer.
Very well.
So
She's
Valerie,
actually one of my mentors.
So Valerie actually tutored Devin Ashley in math and tutored my son in math for many, many years.
That's amazing. I had her just last year for Calculus AB.
Very nice.
So Devin she tutored Devin with calculus. She tutored you with what else?
Pre-algebra, algebra, geometry, a little bit of everything.
It's insane how small of a world it is.
Yep. So when you see Valerie, tell Valerie you met Devin Ashley. You met you met Ricky Wade.
Okay. I will.
And Joel, I've said this to you, and I'm going to say it to you again. Please do not hesitate. Whatever you need that I can help you with, whatever resource you may need that I may know someone. I don't know what you may want to pursue in your future, but as you get closer to making a decision, because you're now a junior, you got to start doing your SAT. You got to start planning. You got to start applying to colleges and start doing where you want to go. Whatever I can do to help you, please let me. I know more people than you think I know. And I know them all because of my community involvement. Okay?
Right.
And so I would love to do that for you because you've been an inspiration to me as a junior young man. Keep up the good work because you're doing this for a reason and you're going to have an impact on the world.
Thank you, Mr. Wade. Truly, thank you. Thank you for this amazing interview. Really, you've just left such an impactful session on over 10,000 members of Florida FBLA that are going to be watching this, right?
Yeah.
We have over 200,000 members in the national organization. You are
Wow.
influencing every single one of those members. At
Well,
my
let
chapter,
me say hi to the organization and just say this.
of course.
I want to say to each and every one of you that are part of the future business leaders of America, you are living in a beautiful country. You are living in a country that's built on entrepreneurship. You're living in a country that has all the resources for anybody to be successful if they are focused, disciplined, and committed to success. Go after it. Listen, this world is your playground. Go out and play, okay? My mom always told me that, and I want to say that to all of you because I just love seeing youngsters that do what you do. You know, my daughter was like you. My daughter was a part of many organizations when she was at American Heritage. My son at Cardinal Newman, he did the same thing. And it's such an inspiration when kids, I'm sorry, I don't want to call you all kids because I got to be careful because you guys may disconnect me right now. But you young leaders of tomorrow, listen, just get it done. As Nike says, just do it.
Just do it.
All right? Just do it because you all can do it. Thanks, Joel.
Thank you, Mr. Wade.
You have a great evening. And remember, you have my cell phone number.
Of course.
Keep it.
Of course.
Let's stay connected.
Of course.
You know, can I share with you all what my mission statement and vision is for my company?
100%, Mr. Wade.
And the young lady you just met, my daughter, helped create that vision and mission because she brought youth to my organization. And I said to her, Devin Ashley, you are the future. I don't think like the younger generation. So, hey, drive the process. So our vision is people are the core of who we are. Our mission statement is 4 words, 4 simple words. Respect everyone, connect often. That word connect often means communicate, stay connected. You know, let's keep the chemistry alive. Let's keep the vibe heading in the right direction. And then there's a little formula at the end. And I am not Albert Einstein, but I can give you the formula. It says core equals care. Because your core values should equal care for the people that you work with. And I have care for you and your organization. And I want to connect often with you and your organization. I want to respect every one of you all in your organization. And what you are doing, you're telling your entire organization, whether it's in Florida, whether it's in the US, that you all people are the core of who you guys are. All right, because you're making a difference. Anyway, Joel, I'm going to sign off because my Pittsburgh Steelers are playing.
Of course, yeah.
Listen, they're in a little bit of jeopardy. I'm hoping that they come out of this with a win, but I have to be realistic.
Right.
They can only do what they can.
Right.
So thank you for your time.
Yes.
I appreciate you. Love your leadership. Love your leadership.
Thank you, Mr. Wade.
Sky is the limit for you and your organization. Go get him, Joel. Go get him.
Thank you.
Right? Thank you.
On behalf of Florida FBLA, thank you, Mr. Wade. Have a great night.
my privilege, and I tell you, it's my pleasure. Okay? Thank you.
All right. Enjoy the game.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.